I was homeless. I had $100 to my name. I thought I was like rich. I literally had nothing. When you literally sleep in Walmart parking lots and when your mom and dad look at you and say, yep, you can eat dinner, then you gotta go. There's really no losing. There's winning and there's learning. I'm gonna give my daughter every last ounce I have of dad in me. Not getting high dad, not I have an agenda dad, not I'm gonna get drunk as hell dad. I got arrested a lot. Most people don't believe the number, but 23, that was a lot of time. I can't settle. I literally would rather be broke and try to go for it all. I harness that negative energy, mistakes, all of it. Harness it and I grow from it. If you can't get comfortable being uncomfortable, you will never grow. I don't want my daughter to go through what my sons went through when dad wasn't here, when dad was broke, when dad had no car. I don't want her to see that or be that or live that. You cannot be great without the greatness of others. All right, what is up, guys? Mike DeSecco back for another timeless talk. I hope you guys are having a blessed evening, blessed afternoon, weekend, wherever you are at. I hope you are smiling. I hope you are with loved ones. We are grateful and humbled to be able to reach out to you guys, create some content, do what we do on a daily basis. Once again, Mike DeSecco. I own a company named Timeless Protection, and we protect vets. What we do, we get in and do the dirty work for consumers, mainly veterans. When it comes to insurance products, guys, insurance is very important to get right. I'll say it over and over again. If your insurance is wrong and you die, your family suffers, right? Any insurance. If your auto coverage is wrong and you crash, you're hit. If your house burns down and your homeowners is wrong, it affects families, guys. And any type of insurance has stigmas attached to it. It's a pain in the butt. People rush the process. We can't do it that way. We have to trust a professional. We have to find a proven group. We have to find someone who's going to guide us properly. This is what we are. This is what Timeless does. If you haven't hit the like button yet, you better subscribe, like, hit the notifications, hit the elbow drop. Give me the play action bomb to Devontae Smith in the end zone, the dagger, the nail in the coffin, game over, lights out, bye-bye, go Birds. They won the Super Bowl last night. Obviously, you can see here and in prior videos, we are big Philadelphia Eagles fans here. A shout out Jalen Hurts. Shout out to all my boys on the Eagles squad this year, dismantling Patrick Mahomes and company. Anyways, I want to talk about something. Jalen Hurts has one of the best quotes. He's got one of the best mindsets I've ever heard. This is a young guy, mid-20s. He is sharp. He's always been I don't want to say looked down upon, but he's just always been looked at like he's not an elite quarterback. Wherever he is at, he wins. I don't know about you guys. I don't really care what any stats look like. If you're up top on the leaderboard, something is going right? And there's a lot of mentality. There's a lot of things that go into winning, being up here all the time. And it's hard. It's hard to stay up here, right? So one of his favorite quotes is, there's really no losing. There's winning and there's learning. There's winning and there's learning. It's really like the best thing ever said to me. Like, there's only winning and learning, right? Take the losing out of it. He talks about every last failure, every, opportunity, missed opportunity. He takes it as part of his journey, learning. It's something that he can grow and build and become a better player, man, leader, right? And at the end of the day, that's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to find my way here as a leader. Now, we are growing. We do good work here. And while there are some chaotic times, we always say it, like right now we're building a plane in mid-flight. Perfect way to describe where we're at. We have the right people around us, and I can rely on my team if I need things. Like today, we have a baby Sage update, right? Baby Sage is on point. The doctor said she looks perfect. My girl is healthy. She's got a little belly on her right now. Man, I'm so excited. I thought I was done having children, but Yanni has changed my life. And part of my recovery, part of my everyday, part of just my overall well-being is this woman in my life. I can't tell her enough how much I love her. So Baby Sage update, we are good to go there. I want to talk about getting comfortable being uncomfortable. Now, as a leader, as someone who has a team who I can basically hand off 15, 20 appointments to because I have an ultrasound to go to, my girl and I, there's got to be a lot of moving parts there. And for me, I'm uncomfortable because I want to take my appointments, right? And I've got to be willing to let go, and I've got to be willing to trust my team. And they did amazing today. They always do amazing. And, at the end of the day, we're just trying to learn and get better every day. What I love about the Eagles this year, last year they had the worst defense in the league. Literally the worst defense in the league. This year, they were the number one overall defense. They made Patrick Mahomes look like he was a JV quarterback in the middle of Rhode Island, not a football state. They just made him look awful yesterday. Man, my fiance saw a totally different side of me yesterday. Like, guys out there, right? When you're sitting on the couch and you're actually like watching your squad and you're with a female and she doesn't really get how competitive you are and all that's going on and everything, and you start screaming at like a flag and they're like, what is going on? And you're like, the game is over, what the F? She definitely saw a new side of her man yesterday, but that's all right. So, 2 weekends ago, I was in front of thousands and thousands of people on stage. The year before that, I was doing the same thing. Now, the year before, I was literally like on stage, like there's 6, 7, 8,000 people in front of us. This year, I just went out there. Like I just walked out and talked. I was a little nervous at first, but like it was different. And I know for a fact that next year, if I'm blessed and, humbled and grateful enough to be able to go help others and I get to go back on stage and talk, like it's going to be the same. I'm going to feel even more comfortable. Now that's being comfortable, uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like what I mean by this is unless you want to be stuck in the damn rat race your entire life and you want to be 9 to 5, perfectly fine. But unless you're hitting the lotto or a damn good day trader or have an inside trader, information line somewhere where you can get streams of money, 9 to 5 is going to be tough to be ahead. Now, most Americans right now, I don't really know the statistic, are paycheck to paycheck. Most can't really take like $1,000 or $2,000 hit right now. For my entire life, up until a few years ago when my business started to grow and I started to figure this out, I was that person. And right now, even though we make really good money, my bank account isn't all stacked up. This has been difficult for me because I was homeless. I had $100 to my name and I thought I was like rich. I literally had nothing. I had like 5 Boost mobile points. That's what I'm used to. And when you start to make some money, it's like you don't want to let go of it. You don't want to let go. But to grow, you've got to. And it's been a struggle for me to put out money to grow my business. I've been around people before who want results without putting in the work, the resources. And I can't stand these people. These are people that I don't want to surround myself with. If you don't want to earn what your results are, if you don't want to earn the end goal and the bottom line, we don't want you. We want you to come here and we want you to fail and we want you to get uncomfortable. And why is that? It's because when you get past that part here, you can really change your surroundings, your life. What has been amazing here is a lot of people are starting to reach out to me and ask me about this opportunity, what we're doing, why we're doing it, how we're doing it. I'm grateful for all of it. I'm humbled for all of it. I got here because I wasn't afraid to just still be broke, meaning I'm not afraid to go broke trying to get to somewhere that most don't. Maybe it's because I've had nothing before and I'm used to it. I'm sure that plays into it. Maybe it's because I just want to really leave my family with security. I have a daughter on the way. I don't want my daughter to go through what my sons went through when dad wasn't here, when dad was broke, when dad had, no car. I don't want her to see that or be that or live that. I'm going to do that by getting uncomfortable. And the more comfortable I am getting uncomfortable, the more successful I'm going to be, because the more I'm going to grow, the more I'm going to learn, the more I'm going to thrive, essentially. What I notice now is like everybody's so distracted. Everybody's so distracted. Name me the last time you like went around for a couple hours and didn't see this. I'm on my phone all day long, all day, but I'm generating income. I'm doing things on my phone that are works related. Will I veer off for 5 minutes to get my brain off of work and watch some Get Up or First Take? Sure. Or listen to an audiobook or a podcast? Sure. Do I sit there for hours watching, twiddling my thumbs, doing nothing, getting distracted? I can't. Why? I have business partners. I have my own family. I have agents. I have teammates who rely on me to wake up every day and lead them, right? While everybody else is staying distracted. Somebody who used to shoot heroin, get fired from every job he had, manipulate, lie, just be an overall POS, is leveling up, making the right choices, going about his recovery in an amazing way. And I'm getting uncomfortable, and I'm getting really good at getting uncomfortable, but being comfortable while I'm in it. When you literally sleep in Walmart parking lots, and when your mom and dad look at you and say, yep, you can eat dinner, then you gotta go. When they don't want you in a certain room, or when the doors are locked when you're in their house, or when you go into your sister's house and she literally tears apart everything you have, your pockets, your hat. Where do you have to be to have your family that uncomfortable? You've got to be in a bad spot. We have used all of that awful yet amazing hurt, just struggle to become better human beings. A big part of being uncomfortable, people quit, and they quit before they have a shot at actually succeeding. This is an everyday thing in my industry. This is something where somebody comes in, there's bad leadership on the team that the person is on, they get really awful advice, they go spend a bunch of money on leads, they don't get scripts, they don't dial, they're not plugged into any systems or groups or anything like that. And next thing you know, they're gone. That's not okay. And that's honestly why like a lot of these insurance IMOs have really bad track records. You know, first things first, if you look up the average salary of an insurance person, like a life insurance person, it's up there. When people see that, what they don't see is the damn work that's put in. What they don't see is that I've worked all day today after I got home from baby Sage, and I'm going to be working until 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be up at 5:30 and at it again from 7 o'clock until I am ready to pass out. Now, when you see all the numbers and you see Mike on stage and you see all these great posts and you see everything looking amazing, you don't see that daily grind. You don't see 14-hour days. People quit when they know that this is where and why and how they're going to succeed in this business. They want to be comfortable. They want to just be comfortable. They want to wake up. They want to watch their shows or do whatever they're going to do, go to work, come home, shower, eat, do it again. That's fine. That's totally fine. But you're working for somebody else. You're not getting paid what you're worth, and you're just rinse and repeat. I want my days to be different. Success during the day. I want failure. I want adversity. I want it all. I have a final destination somewhere. Because I'm still here, I can only believe that I'm here for a bigger purpose. And I think that bigger purpose is to lead others into the land of like financial freedom. My overhead is in the 5 figures in the month. You know, I have to really focus on making sure our bills are paid at home first and foremost. We've got, 3 boys that live here. I have another boy outside the house. We have a baby on the way. We got wifey's mom coming here from the DR to be a nanny. We got a lot of people to feed. It's on me to really make sure that we are good to go. Now, how does that not feel motivating to me? Now, it's uncomfortable because it's a lot. I have to work. And when you work for yourself, you don't have to work. That makes sense? Like, I absolutely 100% have to work, but I don't have to work. That's uncomfortable for people. I've been doing this for like close to 4 years now. For the first year, I wasn't home working. I was out in the field, but I was still working for myself. I could have pulled over. I could have done nothing all day long. Now, being at home and working, that is a whole nother beast. I love it. Working on my routine. I'm trying to get a better routine, but I love what I do for work. And that right there, it's the main factor here of why we get a lot done, why I get a lot done. I love doing what I do. You've got to overcome the fear of taking that jump, of letting go of that dollar to give yourself some freedom. And when I say freedom, I mean high into the 5 figures, into the 6 figures monthly freedom. I mean opportunities for other business ventures freedom. I mean not having to freaking worry about money freedom. And I don't care about a dollar amount. I just care about a security amount. I want to take my mom and dad, and when I go build or buy a house, I want to have them on my property. My sister can go live in the woods somewhere because that's where she would be happy. She'd build a little tree house or something like that, and she'd be money out there. Some horse stables for Lily, a putting green for Cam, Landon, whatever he wants. That to me is like the ultimate sacrifice. That's the ultimate success. And I just want to give that to my family. But most people quit before they get there. Why? Because it's too hard, because you have to work, because there's rejection, because there's failure. There's going to be that anywhere in life. So if you're going to go get rejection or have failure at a 9 to 5 where you're getting paid $18 an hour or $20, $25 an hour, wouldn't you want to have it where if you got over the hump, you've got chances to make thousands in an hour? We don't think the right way. We want to be comfortable. We want to be comfortable. It's the same thing as a consumer. The consumer wants to be comfortable. The consumer doesn't want to deal with the salesperson. They don't want to get on the phone and uncomfortable. Well, what if you talk to the right salesperson? What if you talk to the right rep? What if you talk to the right underwriter? Then what? Now you know your product is right. Now you know whatever you purchased, windows, siding, roof, life insurance, gutter guards, whatever the hell it is, it's the best of the best if the person did right by you. Which means you need to check reviews, you need to check testimonials, you need to check everything. And once you check everything and everything is good, have at it. I wrote a policy for, my man Herschel the other day based off of the ad that I made, the survey that comes after, the landing page that the veteran goes to, and then our website that's got tons of reviews, all of our credentials, everything. I got on the phone with them and it was already done and over with. This is what we need, Mike. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I could have given up 100 times in the last 2 years. I could have given in. I've gotten job offers. I've gotten good job offers. I want my own stuff. And I thrive at doing this because I am okay getting uncomfortable. Not a lot of people can sit back and feel uncomfortable and then perform. It's almost like that clutch situation where the bases are loaded and we need a base hit or we need a sac fly or we've got to hit shot and sink a putt. That's where I thrive. That's where I want to be. And that's where I am with work, and that's where I am as a leader, and that's where I am with team. But I've got to get better every day, right? So ego will kill you. I just right there got a little too high on my horse, and I'm calling myself out for it right there. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And we can't have egos. I think I'm just riding high because the Birds destroyed Jason Kelsey and the Swifters. I love being uncomfortable. I thrive in it. We as a team, we have athletes. We have veterans. We have a team of people who have seen adversity, dealt with adversity, and triumphed through adversity. That's who I want surrounding me. Now, if you're brand new and you're coming into a tribe of people like that, do you think they're going to help you if you're struggling? Or do you think they're going to be like, nah, nope, throw you to the wolves, right? Going back to the person who has terrible leadership, or you get in the wrong group. We helped. My squad today held it down so that I could go with and drive my beautiful fiance to our daughter's ultrasound. You know how nice it is to drive knowing that your team's got it? To my team's credit, they have been through the struggle with me and this company. They know adversity. My team is amazing. There's that famous picture of the dude like digging for gold or whatever it is, and he turns around and walks away, and like right where the dirt is, the next chip would have been like jackpot. You never know. You never know. No losing. There's winning and learning. There's winning and there's learning. Such a powerful statement. Taking control of the fear I had with investing in the business. We have software, we have CRMs, we have ad spend, we have dialers, we have software that the team uses, like for quoting, and all together, it's a large number. Now, I used to be 100% fine taking my last $40 and buying drugs with it instead of feeding myself. We have to overcome that fear, despair, struggle, resentment, hate, whatever it may be you're feeling that's stopping you from doing it. You just have to give it up and do it. If you have goals in life and you want to be above and beyond things, like I can't settle. I literally would rather be broke and try to go for it all than live that, every day I'm up. Hi kids, hi honey, I'm home, hi guys, what's for dinner? I can't do it. No, I want to be home cooking for my family. I want to be putting the boys on the bus. I want to be getting the boys off the bus. I want to be able to do whatever I want to do. So you have to overcome the fear of just dipping your toe in. I'm watching new agents now. My cousin, Rich, who's a veteran, they're overcoming their fears now. They are finally getting into things that are making them feel uncomfortable. And what's happening? They're starting to grow. And I try to tell a lot of the new hires because like Rich is a veteran, right? He wants to know everything before he goes into, talking or calling. That's not the way we learn here. You just get in and go. They have been talking to, leads that came in, veterans that required our services a month or two ago. They get them on the phone and then they take them as far as they possibly can through our little 20-minute outline. And then I get on the phone. If I get on the phone and we write a policy, which is generally half the time, we split 50-50. So if I sell a policy at $150 a month, that new agent just made like $800 really quick, just for getting me on the phone with someone, for doing the right thing by our vets, right? We're never going to grow if we're comfortable and we just live to be comfortable. Life just doesn't work this way. If you look at any major athlete, if you look at an artist, if you look at actors, actresses, like whoever is up there, CEOs, entrepreneurs, if you ever look at their journey, do you think it's all good? Do you think it's all about sunshines, unicorns, and shiny, No. Matter of fact, there's probably more failure and being uncomfortable in that journey than success. All that failure and being uncomfortable has now added up to that success, which is why we say, come fail as much as you can, which means you're succeeding because you're learning. We win and we learn. The other good quote from this Philadelphia Eagles team, and I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, you can't be great without the greatness of others. I believe that's it right there. You cannot be great without the greatness of others. That's why this team won. This team is a family. This team was selfless. Now, as of late, a couple people in the group, I love every last person on my team, but I'm also calling it like I see it, and I always will. It's caused some sideways reactions. I'll just say it like that. I have to hit this thing head on, and as the leader, I have to try to tackle this. People struggle when they try to do it themselves. People struggle when they are just out there for themselves. You're never going to be great without the greatness of others. Nina, who is my right hand at this point, she's got Richie. I've got 6 or 7 new people about to start. I've got Dave, Denton, I've got Jay, I've got Matt. We've got a team that is really, really growing. And, some people on the team are not. Some people are just happy in their own ways and they're comfortable, which means they're going to sell life insurance for the rest of their lives. Me, I'm not trying to sell life insurance for another 6 months. I've already done it. I've helped tons of families. Now I need to teach others how to help tons of families. I need to teach others to go protect Miss Smith, who could die tomorrow. And if she does, her daughter, who is a single mom of 2 kids and lives with Miss Smith, has money to bury her and make some mortgage payments, whatever it may look like. The number one thing I take from all the years of my hell, all the years of my destruction, I harness that negative energy, mistakes, all of it. Harness it and I grow from it. If you can't get comfortable being uncomfortable, you will never grow. If you are an addict and you are in recovery, and you're thinking of being an entrepreneur, because a lot of times it's the only route, because we can't go get hired at other places. We can't go check the box like, oh, no, I didn't get, arrested for a misdemeanor or this, that, whatever. I mean, obviously not everybody gets arrested in their tirade, but I know I did. I got arrested a lot. Most people don't believe the number, but 23, that was a lot of times. You have to harness the hell. There we go. New t-shirt. Let's go. Harness the hell. Harness the hell that you're going through and turn that into a win. Turn it into something special. I got over my addiction years and years and years ago, and I always just think of my mom. I sat on the couch one time with my mom and told her I was done doing drugs. And she just started crying, hysterically. 6 months later, I was using again. And I had to embed that woman's tears and crying. This is my mother. The person that's taken care of me every day for my entire life. The most important person in my life, the most trustworthy, loyal person I have in my life. I used that awful vision, pain, to make myself uncomfortable and get clean. Getting clean wasn't comfortable at all. It was the worst. I couldn't live the rest of my life knowing that. My mom cried that day, and then I didn't succeed. I didn't want her to cry for nothing. I've had so many interactions with my family and friends and just people that are like that, where like, oh my God, it's so good. It's so great. You're out of rehab. You're out of detox. It's over. No, it's just beginning. It's way easier to go to rehab or detox than it is to stay clean on a daily basis. It's also way easier to get high than it is to stay clean on a daily basis. So if you can look back at life and harness all these things that have made you uncomfortable or someone you love uncomfortable, and you turn them and you learn and you just understand how to grow from it. That's what this is all about. That's why we're here. That's why we walk and live and talk and breathe and have babies. I'm going to give my daughter every last ounce I have of dad in me. Not getting high dad, not I have an agenda dad, not I'm going to get drunk as hell dad. I look back, I have a lot of cringeworthy moments. Well, anything with my sons, like in the car, if I had like stuff on me or just really, really, really poor choices. These are the things that I'm going to think about when she is here, so that I can be a role model to this little girl, protect her, secure her, and teach her, along with her mom, it's okay to be uncomfortable. This is where we grow. Adversity is where we grow. She's going to be a pro golfer anyways. I already know this, so it's all good, but Cam's my son. So Cam said that Sage is like the redemption baby. And that's my son telling me that. How do you think it came about so that my son tells me that my daughter is going to be the redemption baby? I guess that means that I effed up his childhood and I effed up my fathering to him. So my son obviously felt a whole lot of pain if he's telling me, Dad, here's your redemption kid. There's harsh truths to everything in life. There's good, bad. And the thing about it is like, if you want to succeed, you just got to stop overthinking and execute. You just have to stop wanting to know everything and just go and fail. The best way to do anything is just do it. Just fail at it a bunch of times and adjust. If there's anything that I would have told myself back in the day, obviously don't do drugs. I would have taught myself what opiates were, but I would have said like, it's okay to fail. It took me years, like 30 some odd years, to be okay with the fact that failure is actually a blessing. Being uncomfortable, guys, is a blessing. Remember, we only win and we learn Hope you guys had a good night. I hope you guys enjoy this content. I'm freaking running out of stuff to talk about or think about, or I feel like I'm always talking about the same stuff. So hit me with some ideas. If an addict is watching this and wants to get on with me on like a Zoom or something and chop it up and go back and forth, I'm down. If there's any entrepreneurs out there that want to chop it up, I'm down. Veterans, you want to chop it up? I am down. Let's go. Let's help people. Let's get out there. Let's get in front of the BS. Let's get people out of addiction. Let's help our vets. Join the cause. Join teamtimeless.com. If you need breakdowns of insurance plans, go to skipthesalesbs.com. Till the next time. Thank you guys. Love you.